Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bensalem Township Council meeting. Today's date is March 11th, 2024. We're going to start the meeting with a moment of silent meditation or prayer, and that's going to be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Ask everyone to please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to introduce you to our council members, the mayor and our staff that are up at the podium this evening, the dais, I should say. We have our township secretary, our council secretary, Debbie McBreen. Where's Phil today? Phil's not around? Okay. All right, to my extreme right, we have our solicitor, Joe Pizzo. We have next to him the Honorable Mayor Joseph DiGirolamo. Our council members are Michelle Benitez. To my extreme left, we have Joe Polari, right next to me. To the extreme right, we have Joe Knowles, and we have Stacy Champion and Ahmed Kisselback. We'd like to begin with agenda item number 3. I'm going to ask Director Bill McVeigh to come up. We have a presentation of the life-saving unit citation. This is for the Jefferson doctors and the first responders. And followed by that, we have agenda item number 4. We're going to have also our director and our deputy director up, and they're going to present the Officer of the Year award. You have the floor.
Council President, thank you. Council, thank you for having us tonight. Mayor DiGirolamo, as always, thank you for having us tonight and for your unwavering support that you all give to our first responders, which is so vital today. Tonight we're going to hear the first citation will be a unit citation, which I think is so important for our residents to hear because it unites our police, fire, EMS, and then another entity, the hospital at Jefferson, which is a rarity, and it's the first time I've seen it in my 26 years that we've had doctors respond to the scene. So it's, and then after that we're going to hear about the Officer of the Year, which is an individual award. That so many of our officers work together, but one has stepped up this year and is kind of our team MVP, so we're going to honor him as well. So at this time, if all the people who were on the job at the Radisson Hotel could please come up, our police, fire, and EMS to the center, please, to be acknowledged while I read the citation. There's a large group here. This was truly a team effort. Dr. Wang, if you could come up, please. So on Thursday, February 8th, 2024, at 11:31 in the morning, Bensalem EMS was dispatched to the Radisson Hotel for the report of a subject who fell through a skylight on the roof into the hotel lobby. Units arrived on scene and discovered the male patient had fallen approximately 75 feet and was impaled on a chair. EMS personnel performed an assessment and determined a physician response team was needed. Engine 222 arrived on scene and met with paramedics to establish a plan to stabilize the patient and determine what equipment was needed to safely separate the patient from the chair. Crews from Bensalem EMS, Bensalem Fire Rescue worked together to provide patient care and technical rescue operations. The Bucks County Physician Response Team, led by Jefferson doctors Wydrow and Wang, arrived on scene with blood and advanced medications. The response team provided critical medical care and patient sedation. As crews continued to work to free the patient, it was determined that additional blood was required. At that time, Sergeant Marshall responded to Jefferson Torresdale Hospital to retrieve a mass transfusion kit and return to the scene. After extended rescue operations, the crews were successfully able to free the patient from the chair, place an advanced airway, and package him for transport to Jefferson Torresdale Hospital. It was later determined that the patient was impaled by a 14-inch section of the chair, which was pressing against a major blood vessel. Due to this remarkable teamwork and advanced life-saving efforts demonstrated by all personnel on scene, I am happy to say the patient is recovering from these injuries, and we are hereby honoring all of these men and women with the Bensalem Township Unit Citation for their miraculous work. Congratulations. Our mayor and council would love to congratulate you.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, ladies, congratulations.
Amazing.
Good job, man. Tommy? Yeah, that's right. Good job, man.
Great job.
Good luck. Tommy?
If we could, get everyone to
There's a scout right there. He was a scout.
Would council like to come up for a picture with this group before the next presentation?
Their son's receiving life scout tonight.
Hey, do you want a picture
With this group, would you like a picture?
Well, we'll bring the whole council up and the mayor, of course. Bring the whole council mayor up,
You gotta
exactly.
come up in front of them, because they're all 6
I know, they're 6 foot. That's the little ones.
That makes it easy.
Yeah, if everyone could just squeeze in a little bit, that'd be great.
And I have a tattoo on my face because I was courageous.
It's not a privilege.
Now you're blocking him. Michelle, you switch here.
Just separate a little bit.
Director McVeigh, before you move on, I just want to say thank you to EMS and fire. A month ago, my son had an injury. He received second-degree burns, and without the abilities that and everybody we have in this township, his hands, we may not have gotten down to the hospital faster. So I cannot say how thankful I am for all the men and everybody who came to my home that day. And I really, my son's hands are doing great. He played baseball this time for the first time this week and played basketball. So thank you to all of you guys. We are so blessed in this township to have you all.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Well, thank you.
That's what they do every day.
And they do it for all of us, and I so appreciate it.
Next up, we will be honoring Brian Hearn. If you would like to come up with your sergeant and lieutenant, please. So before I read the citation, I think it's important that we just point out Brian's family is here. He comes from a long family of law enforcement. His father, John Hearn, is in the back. He's the chief of Newtown. Spent, I think, 30 years in Philadelphia. Left at the rank of captain. His brother is a police officer. He snuck in here. In Northampton PD. Sister is FBI. And behind it all is their mother, Mrs. Hearn, who probably has the toughest job of all, stressing out with all these law enforcement people around her. But this is our award chosen by our leadership of Bensalem Township Command Staff. It was a unanimous decision. And I'm going to read the citation. It's pretty remarkable what Brian's been able to do, and we're also very proud of all the work he's done. Officer Brian Hearn, you have certainly proven to be an invaluable member of our police department this past year. Your proactive approach to police work has led to the seizure of numerous firearms, countless narcotics, and multiple stolen vehicles in 2023. Throughout the year, you conducted 235 traffic stops, made 120 criminal arrests, and documented 599 incident reports. I guess you couldn't do one more for 600. You've also maintained an above-standard level of performance and professionalism while fulfilling your responsibilities as a field training officer in our department. Over last year's time period, you were the primary field training officer for 2 new officers and the secondary training officer for 2 other officers. You have certainly developed into an informal leader for the department, and you lead by example and action. Your performance was recognized through multiple commendations you received last year, including Officer of the Quarter. In addition to the multiple firearms you have seized and felony arrests you have made, you were also instrumental in the arrest of 2 burglary suspects and a homicide suspect. Due to your dedication, work ethic, intelligent police services, and brilliant execution of police skills, You are hereby awarded the Bensalem Township Police Officer of the Year 2023. Congratulations.
We'll bring the whole council up. She's going up anyway. Pictures first. Just stay there. We'll be fine.
Brian, good to have you again here tonight. We've already done this once as police officer with the Rotary. So it's good to have you up here again. And what a great job as all of this team does. I hope everybody knows that. You're surrounded by some of them here tonight. But Brian Hearn, 2023 Police Officer of the Year, awarded for providing outstanding police services to the citizens of Bensalem with the highest order of integrity and dependability and in a manner that exemplifies the goals of this department. So again, congratulations, Brian, Police Officer of the Year. God bless you.
I'd just like to add something. I was actually at your, when you were sworn in, and it seems like it was just a year ago. I mean, you haven't been on the force all that long that I know of, is that right?
He's young.
2 years? It's been 4 years, it's been that long? It seems like it's just yesterday, it really does. But you have, it all comes down from the lineage of your parents, teaching you well and showing you what to do and how to do it. Then you have your brother. Is he an older brother or a younger brother? So he can beat you up and get you in shape and get you doing what you're doing, and your sister and the FBI, she can investigate in case anything goes wrong. But we appreciate you and your family and everything you do for Bucks County, and especially for Bensalem. So God bless you and your family.
Everybody ready? All right, here we go. Keep on smiling. One more. Very good, thank you.
We appreciate all you guys coming out too. But you actually don't have to stay for the council.
Thank you, Councilman. Appreciate it. It means a lot. Deserved every bit of it.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, thank you, sir.
Hey,
Appreciate
man.
it, buddy.
Yeah, I remember being there with you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're in Newtown now, is that right too? All right, well, good luck.
You guys go to
Thanks. Yep. City Director. Okay, we have agenda item number 6, and that's going to be public comment. Would anyone like to make any public comment or anything this evening? This is be on agenda item. You can come up during the actual presentation too, if you like.
I'm sorry?
You can come up when we actually make the agenda item that you want to comment on. You can come up at that time too, if you like. You can come up at that time when we actually bring it on the agenda. You can speak now, or you can speak then.
Prefer to speak now if you don't mind.
Go behind the microphone, behind the podium, and you can talk about public comment.
Hi, my name's David Spause, SPAUSC. I'm the manager of Rashi Holdings. We're the property owner of 188 State Road. Two items here. First, I'd like to thank and congratulate on the rezone. I think it's wonderful. I think you're doing the township and the residents are very good dealing with that. Secondly, we are the current owner of the property at 188 State Road, and we are intending to redevelop it. as a gas station. Once our environmental consultant gives us the okay that the cleanup's done, we're going to put a gas station back, a convenience store, and some stores. We have submitted a plan to Mr. Farrell and staff, and we look forward to meeting with the staff in April, hopefully April, to sit down and go over the plans. So congratulations, we appreciate it, and I think it's a good thing for the township.
So you're in favor of the rezoning?
100%.
Okay, thank you.
Unconditional. So,
And what is your name again, sir? I'm sorry.
David Spaulding, S-P-A-U-S-A.
He owns the one property. Bill Tarzell Field property?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard him say that, Joe. Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, we'll move on to agenda item number, is there anyone else like to come forward and speak on any item at all? That would be on agenda items, I should say. We have number 6 was the approval of the council minutes for meeting dates of February 26th. The only change I have is on page 4, where it says Council President Knowles asked Solicitor Pizzo if there were any changes. That would have been Council President Kisselbeck. That's the only change I have. Any other changes?
I'm not aware of any changes.
Got it, okay. Other than that, if there are no other changes, I'll ask for a motion to be put on the floor to approve with the one change.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes with the change Mr. Kisselback noted on page 4.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor.
Second.
Second on the motion, all those in favor?
Aye.
And against, any abstentions? That is unanimous. We have one abstention. So that's a 3-0-1. Okay, then we move on to agenda item number 7, which is the agenda we just spoke, an item we just spoke about with David was here. And that's the consideration of a public hearing. This is on an ordinance amending zoning ordinance of the township. Tax map parcel number 02022-009, as well as 008 and 004. And that's from light industrial to a general commercial, as well as a second property, tax map parcel number 02022-003-001 and 003, as well as 001-002. It sounds like a mouthful, but I got through that a little better than Michelle did last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a really quick question. I just want to verify the TMP number listed. It looks like there should be, under the third line for, after general contract, or sorry, general commercial and TMP numbers 0-002-003-001, I believe that there's a typographical error in the second parcel. Is it missing numbers or not? Okay, because all of the other numbers it doesn't follow the pattern of the other numbers. That's why I question it.
And they don't in that area.
They don't. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so everything is listed appropriately. And Ken, can you explain to us what we're doing here?
Yes,
What your proposal is to us?
Good evening, Mayor and Council, Solicitor Pizzo. This is the rezoning of a portion of State Road. There's 6 parcels involved. 3 of the total 6 parcels are currently zoned LI. We want to zone 3 of the parcels to general commercial, the other 3 parcels to AD apartment district. Starting with the AD apartment zoning, they're the 3 parcels where the gatehouse apartment currently exists. So we're not rezoning a piece of parcel to construct apartments. We're just cleaning up some old zoning that it's currently zoned LI. It should be zoned AD because there's existing apartments on there. So this will just clean up some bad zoning along State Road. The other 3 parcels are zoned LI, trying to keep it more consistent with the area. We want to zone it to general commercial. As the previous gentleman that spoke on it, he was the manager for the owners. They want to develop the property. The general commercial will allow them to do some of the uses they want to do. And this is the similar use on that Bristol Road rezoning where it was zoned light industrial, and the pool hall and those other uses, they had to keep coming in for variances because it was all general commercial stuff. Well, if they're going to keep coming in for variances, then the zoning is wrong. This will allow them to come in and put something there that should be there on State Road, not light industrial. The parcel's too small for light industrial. It's very narrow, it's very long. You could never fully develop it for light industrial. It really should be commercial. There's a lot of commercial properties along State Road, and this is just following suit.
And it was my fault. I should have introduced you as Ken Farrell, in charge of the building planning, and that was my fault. I'm sorry about that.
That's quite all right.
We all know who you are, for sure. I have one question. Are the parcels, are they going to be consolidated into
No.
one, or are they just going to?
They are not going to be consolidated except for the two parcels on the right side of Mill Road. When they do come in for a development, it will be my recommendation to make those two parcels as one. But currently, right now, there is no reverse or minor subdivision to consolidate any parcels.
Okay, sounds fairly simple. Mr. Pizer, is there anything you'd like to add?
Just some housekeeping regarding the, excuse me, just some housekeeping regarding the adoption of the ordinance itself. The record of this hearing should include reference to the notices that were sent to the property owners of the 6 parcels involved, and those were accomplished by 3 letters sent by my office dated February 8, 2024. Notices to all of the adjacent property owners. These would be the properties adjacent to the 6 being rezoned. All of that was accomplished by way of certified mail from the township over the signature of the Director of Building and Planning, Mr. Farrell, all of those dated February 13. It should also be noticed and copies of the postings of the respective properties included in the record of this rezoning. The properties were each posted by the township on March 11, the hearing date is March 11. Each of the properties were dated, or posted rather, by the township on February 26, 2024. And those notices were kept on the properties continuously up to the time of the hearing. Finally, notice of the adoption of the ordinance and this hearing were advertised in the Bucks County Courier-Time in successive postings, and proof of the advertisements are also a part of the record of this proceeding. So all of the necessary documents are included in the record of this rezoning.
All right, thank you. Are there any other questions from any council members at this time?
Ken, I had one question. You did say that general commercial would fit the traditional uses that have been at that property if they restored them, like a gas station, for instance?
Like convenience store, any kind of retail, stuff like that would all fit with the general commercial, yes.
And a gas station?
Gas station would not.
Gas station would not. The gas station currently is a non-conforming, and to the extent it is still a non-conforming, is still an item that we're discussing with the landowner, but any other things he wants to put on, such as ice cream or flower shop or some shops like that, that would all conform to the general commercial, yes.
Okay.
Just to elaborate on that, the gas station use of the property, as the property is currently zoned LI, is a nonconformity.
Okay.
The non-conforming gas use has been abandoned by either the prior owner or the current owner. I'm not sure. It really doesn't matter. The use of the property as a gas station has been abandoned, and has been abandoned for more than a year, in fact, for several years.
Yeah.
So that nonconformity has since gone away. this rezoning to GC does not now make it conforming,
Right.
they would still need to come back to the zoning hearing board if they wanted to continue or reestablish, I should say. If they wanted to reestablish a gas station use, they would have to get zoning relief, whether it was LI or whether it is
Right.
GC.
I just heard somebody use the term traditional uses, and I just want to make sure we're clear about that.
Okay, so regardless of what you had just answered my question, regardless of whether it was LI, which is presently, or GC, they would still have to go to zoning to ask relief.
As a
for
result of
variance.
the abandonment of the non-conforming
Okay.
use, that's
All right,
correct.
fine,
That's
I get it.
correct, yes.
All
Okay,
right,
good.
thanks. Okay, any other questions? Anyone from the audience like to come forward and comment on this proposed ordinance? 2 changes of zonings? Not seeing anyone come forward? I'll ask for a motion to be put on the floor.
I'll make a motion that we approve the consideration. Public hearing, the consideration of the ordinance presented, changing tax parcel number 2022009, 022008, 022004 from light industrial to GC, general commercial, and tax map 02, 022, 003, 001, 003, 002 from LI light industrial to AD apartment district, as presented.
All right.
Second.
We have a motion with a second on the floor. Is there any other additional discussion on this? Not hearing any. All those in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
And against, abstentions, that's unanimous. Thank you, Ken.
Members of council, Mayor, thank you.
All right. And then we'll move on to agenda item number 9, which is public comment. This can be on any item whatsoever. It's a beautiful photograph of Bensalem up there, Ken. Did you bring that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Not hearing anyone come forward, we'll close agenda item number 9. Move on to number 10, other business from supporting personnel and our council members. We'll start with our executive secretary. Debbie, is there anything you'd like to add this evening?
Nothing this evening.
Okay, thank you. Our solicitor, Joe Pizzo.
Nothing further, thank you.
Joseph. Mayor?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. I want to bring up my scholarship is now, the foundation, the registrations can be found online at all of our high schools. The deadline is April 26th, so all of those seniors that live in Bensalem, whatever high school you go to, you can pick that up, and it's a $2,000 scholarship that I give out every year, and there'll be 7 of them, so hopefully everybody will remember that. Most of the kids get involved. Obviously, St. Patrick's Day is on before our next meeting. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody, and certainly the first day of spring is 3/19, which is St. Joseph's Day, and my grandfather used to give me $5 every time that he'd come up to see me.
Well, you came from a richer family. I only got $2, actually, so you were a wealthier family.
Well, I'm only telling you what happened to me, whether it's wealth or
I
not.
got $2 on St. Joseph's Day. That's-
Well, I just tell you, I'm not asking you for anything.
Just tell me.
I'm just telling you how it works, that's all.
Well, you gave me $2. Now I have to give you 5? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just telling you what happened. I mean, you said you got $2 from your uncle. I gave you $2 because he's not here anymore. My grandfather's not here, gave me 5.
All right, I'll give you $5. I don't have it all.
Anyway,
I should have saved that $2. You would have made interest. You've been
happy
hurt.
St. Joseph's Day.
You also have $5, okay.
And certainly, well, Easter, we may be at our next meeting, but if we're not, happy Easter, everybody. Today, history stuff here. Debbie gives me some stuff that the pandemic, March 11th, 2020, that was the day that everything broke loose in this country, and it was a tough ride. We all know what went through there with the schools and the sicknesses and the people dying, and it was an incredible journey that we were all on, and hopefully it looks like we're finally back in order. But again, we want to thank all of our police officers, our EMS, and that's quite a story about that gentleman who fell 75 feet. And they actually had to cut the chair away from him and bring him to the hospital. So kudos to our men and women that work on that on a daily basis. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, we're going to start with Michelle Benitez. Michelle, you can go. Councilwoman Benitez.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Be safe. Call Uber, Lyft, cheaper than a DUI, right?
Are you assuming
I have to
that?
remind you every year because it's the truth. So be safe out there. Have fun. Enjoy the day. Thank you to Bensalem's finest, all of you. Really, really make us proud every day. I know you know that, but it can't be said enough. Words really can't express how grateful we are for what we have here. It's something special. And I mean that on a lot of levels of different community members that participate, from our school board members to our council people to everybody that works in this building and works in this community every day. Really, really thank you for what you do. And Officer Hearn, congratulations to you. And hopefully we have you for many more years and you'll be one of our future leaders here at Bensalem. We like to see that too. Everyone enjoy.
Thank you. Councilman Polari? Nothing here? Same? And Knowles, Councilman Knowles?
Yeah, again, happy St. Patrick's Day and St. Joseph's Day, but it's certainly for people who are celebrating Easter. Easter is a big holiday coming up, and if we don't get to meet, I think our next meeting is supposed to be Easter Monday. So if we don't get to meet, before Easter, I wish everybody happy Easter, and spring's finally coming. And we had a tough winter. It was not a lot of snow, but a lot of cold, a lot of rain, and it's finally the season of hope's here. We got spring and Easter, so we'll be on our way. And finally, COVID's done too, like the mayor mentioned, which is crazy because it was we had a dinner together with my family, and it was right before they shut the restaurants down. We were calling it the Last Supper. You know what I mean? It was in 2020, and I can't believe it's been 4 years, and it's finally. We're finally getting past where people aren't getting really, really ill. You still got to be careful, but apparently people that get COVID aren't being hospitalized at this point. So that's all. Thanks a lot, Mr. President. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. President, could I just add one thing?
Sure.
I don't know how many people notice all the work going on down at the golf course, and all kind of rumors out there that they're building houses and all, they go into social media and make up all these crazy things. It's drainage being put in to help that community down there, the water that keeps going down. So that's all it is. We're putting drainage in at the golf course. Thank you.
Okay, and I'll just add to that comment, those poor golfers have to put up with 17 holes as opposed to 18 holes, but it does improve our,
I ordered a golf ball cleaner.
well, it's about time.
That's it.
It's about
He
time.
keeps saying he doesn't have anything to clean his golf balls.
I thought I scored good the other day, and then they said we only played 17 holes, one's closed. I go,
Exactly.
oh, okay, that explains it.
That's what it was, exactly right. It helps us all. And I'm just going to congratulate all of our officers that were here this evening for the life-saving unit citation that they received, our first responders and our firefighters, all of them involved. Had quite a few people up here, must have been 20 people or so, as well as congratulations to Officer of the Year Brian Hearn, a young gentleman, so seems to be doing working his shift, that's for sure. So I'd like to congratulate him. And again, spring is just about sprung, not according to today, because this morning it was cold out there, and yesterday it was even worse. It was cold and it was crazy. And then this afternoon, it got nice, and I think the rest of the week is supposed to be spring-like. So I hope we'll have a preview of what's going to be like in the spring. And then, of course, that's on the, the 17th of St. Patty's Day, correct, on what you had said? And first day of spring, and St. Joseph's Day is on the 19th also?
19th, yep.
$5 day for me.
$5, all right. Well, thank you very much, and that's it. We'll see you on March 24th.
Yep.
Meeting is adjourned.